Hi, welcome to the MLB Odds Couple show for today, Thursday, June 30th. He's Mike Brenner. I'm Peter Loshak, and
I'm just going to start calling you second half Loshak.
Yeah, my second half plays.
Real.
My second half plays continue to do well. Yeah,
they do very well.
And in the WNBA, you catching my tweets, man? You catching
and
my
I'll tell you what,
WNBA
last
tweets?
night I caught more than tweets, Pistol Pete. And I got beat up so bad in baseball, WNBA, everything else. I had basketballs hitting me. I had bats and baseballs.
I think I went 4-1 on my WNBA tweets, and the last one, the loser was the last one. It was lost by a half point. Connecticut plus 6.5. But let's throw up.
Hey, come on.
Let's throw up the MLB record. And Mike Brenner, we both had a look. We thought. Looking back on it, our loser with St. Louis, maybe the team total was a bad play, but the pick itself on St. Louis, I think, was okay. Look, Edinson Volquez came in, threw a gem.
He did throw a gem.
St. Louis still almost got it, right?
I know it, Pistol Pete, but still, that was our no-brainer play of the day. Ended up being the big brainer.
Hey guys, check out SportsBet Thursday. Big game breakdown. The Cubs and the Mets and the Red Hot Indians try to make it 13 in a row. They're in Toronto. We preview the Pittsburgh Steelers, plus a horrible beat as the Yankees rally to cover the run line in the ninth against Texas. Bad beats and bad bets. All that coming up on SportsBet. Betting Insight today.
All right, well, Mike Brenner, for the Thursday card, I got a couple second halves I'm thinking about, but I got one big no-brainer play.
I think I know what you're...
And I think you might be on the same one as a no-brainer play. Let's discuss it. Chicago Cubs. Is that the no-brainer play?
Well, it is.
It is,
right. And again, I mean, Matz is a great pitcher.
Health issues.
Yes, he's got that bone spur in his elbow. That's nothing to joke with.
Got crushed.
Yes.
What's going to happen here? I mean, all signs pointing towards... getting crushed.
The Cubs have really plugged some holes, Pistol Pete. Baez, I mean, it's just Joe Madden is literally the Belichick of the NFL, of the Major League Baseball. So I like it. And what I like about it also is Lackey's coming off a shellacking, his worst outing of the year. So you can't tell me he's not fired up. And the fact they're on the road against their foes that owned them in the in playoffs last year. So I love it. I think it's a great play. What I'm doing here is I'm pulling a Pistol Pete. I'm going Cubs full game money line.
Full game money line, okay.
And I'm going Cubs second half.
Oh, whoa, okay, all right. The full game money line is the best line we can give you. Bet online at sportsbetting.ag minus 121. That's a good line.
I think that's a very good value.
Yeah, I mean, for my notes on this one, my notes is, and I rarely have this note, it's Cubs always.
Yeah.
Like team total, full first half, second half, everything.
That's what your note said. I love that.
Now I don't want to, because look, in all sports betting, you can have losers. Even the biggest no-brainer, obvious play, even if you're right. The way that you illustrate that is you take one of those outlier results where it's like, some NFL game like loses by 35, and you're like, well, if you had gotten plus 33, what would you have done? Gone all in, and you would have been right to do that, but you still would have lost.
Still would have lost.
Yes, so
I know what you're saying.
I'm gonna only go on this two ways. I'm gonna take the Cubs team total over 4 plus 100.
Yep.
And I'm gonna take the Cubs -1, which will be the minus 121 line on the money line, and the run line part will be Pinnacle. Will be bet online sportsbetting.ag plus 130. And all this, of course, SBRodds.com, line shopping essential in all sports, especially baseball. And
Pete, had it not been for James Loney getting that 2-run home run in the ninth, all right, that snapped a 23-inning scoreless streak. These guys have lost their bats, so I think the books have lost their mind, or the lines, bottom line.
Also on the overnight line, I took the over at 7 minus 118. It's got up a little bit. Do you think do the Mets have nothing offensively?
I don't think so. Right. I mean, can they get something off of Lackey? Yeah, they could get 2 or 3. Right. They could get lucky.
Could the Cubs get all 7?
I think Cubs could get all 7. Especially the way Matz. I don't know how long Matz is going to last in this game.
But it's gone up to 7.5. I won't go too heavy. So you're going on this 2 ways. I'm going on this 2 ways. I don't have the second half line right here, but we'll give you whatever the opening line is, or whatever the line is when I go outside. All right, Mike Brenner, that's our no-brainer. We need a couple winners, man.
I need more than a couple people. But guess what? I'm not panicking again. I'm not pushing the button. I talked to a friend of mine last night. He goes, I know you're getting ready to turn it on. And I don't say baseball's not my strength, but I'm going to figure this out, and I'm going to come out on top. It was both
of our obvious no-brainer plays. And as we sit here right now, if it loses, I'll be okay with it. I think it's a good play. And all right, now a couple other plays. I'm going to take. I'll definitely take a shot with Baltimore on the second half. That's minus 130 at Seattle. The big question here is Taijuan Walker. Now he was getting hit for a while. Then he had a great start. Now he's got a foot issue. So there's a lot of X factors with Walker. Obviously, he could get crushed here. He could have a shutout here.
I heard he's kind of being pushed into this. They're having so much issues with their pitching staff. They got to put him up there. So he's going to be playing injured. I don't know, Pete. I'm staying off of that one. I saw the same report you did. Their middle relief is struggling, so I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's a tricky game, but I want to go on it one way or another. And I was like, do I want to go? Would I rather have Baltimore on the full game or on the second half? And I guess I'll just take it on the second half, minus 130. What else do you have for us, Mike Brenner?
A no-brainer of the day. I'm going with the Cardinals today.
Really?
I'm bouncing back with them with Mike Leake on the mound. All right. This team can't get a W at home right now. They just can't, and they have not had a lot of back production last night. But they're 15-22 at home.
Sure.
That's got to change, and today it's going to change. Chris Young is on the mound. This kid got crushed his last time out. I think Volquez, with what he did, even though he threw a gem yesterday, Pete, the KC's bats are still quiet. So I like the Cardinals to bounce back in a strong way today. Yeah. What I'm doing is first half run line.
All right. First half run line. Let's see. For St. Louis, we can give you Bookmaker and DSI. Oh, everyone has minus 120.
Okay, I'm taking that. And what's the full game run line, Pistol Pete?
Full game run line for St. Louis, we can give you at the Greek best line. Bunch of places have 115, bunch of places have 120, but the Greek line shopping, SBRodds.com,
I love
plus
it.
125.
Fantastic.
Plus 125. These pennies do add up.
Yes, they do. And you are the line shopper.
And for the pros, it's not just like, the pennies add up. For the pros, it's like a no-brainer. Like, if you're not line shopping, why are you betting?
That's right.
So, But SBRodds.com. All right, so you're going to take St. Louis two ways.
And I feel good about it today. I really do. I feel really good about this play.
I was looking at that game. I mean, obviously, Chris Young really struggling. Yeah. But Leak is starting to get hit as well.
I know.
And the line is high. I'm still figuring out what I want to do about this game. I would love to fade Young one way or another. Okay. You're certainly doing it, so I can't say I disagree with the picks. It's a tricky game. It is kind of a high line considering how much Leak has been struggling.
It is. I like it, though. I think it's a good bounce back spot for me and for the Cardinals.
Yeah. All right. And then another play I'm thinking about. I'm not sure if I'm going to give it. Detroit's at Tampa Bay. Now, this is an interesting game. I'm thinking about maybe Detroit on the second half. Now, Tampa Bay, we were both fading successfully for a while. Then they started to pick it up a bit. Started to play a lot better. Odorizzi is a live arm, and Zimmerman is a big X factor, isn't he? Here,
wow.
Wild card.
He's hurting that team this year. I don't know. I don't trust him, but I was thinking
he got pounded his last start, but before that, he had a great start at KC. So
I know.
Yeah, he's
but the inconsistency, because he had his first three this year were terrible. Terrible. I was going to do it. I was even thinking of pulling the trigger on the over. What's that set at, Pete?
Yeah, I mean, the over is modest. It's an 8 total. But Odorizzi, I mean, we see what Zimmerman did 2 games ago at KC, and we've seen what Tampa Bay's bats have done at times.
Yeah, I got to stay off that one. I'm going to stay off that one.
All right, do you have any other picks for us?
I do. I got 2 more picks for one more game, and I'm going to wrap it up. That'll be 6 picks total. Right. I like the Giants. I like them at Oakland. All right, Bumgarner. He's trying to avoid a 3-game slide. And in his 2 losses, he only allowed 4 runs in 14 1/3. So obviously it's run support. I think they get it today. Overton's on the mound. He's making his first home start. They brought the kid up, had a really nice outing, his first outing. But right now, Coco Crisp is the majority of that offense, and he's getting older. Can he keep it up consistently? I don't think so. I think Bumgarner comes out on fire today. He's pissed off about the losses, and do you know they're not even going to use a DH? They're going to keep Bumgarner.
Is that true?
Yes.
Wow, I knew he was a good hitting pitcher, but
he's hit. Why use a DH when you got him? He's hit 2 home runs this year. So, I like it. I think it's a great turnaround spot in general for the Giants and for Bumgarner. First half run line, Pistol Pete. Talk to me.
Now, this game is interesting because I don't know if you noticed it, maybe you did, but the overnight line had San Francisco minus 175, Oakland plus 161. Right before we shot the show, it had crashed all the way down to minus 140.
I know, and I don't know if that was injury related, but I don't know.
All right, so what do you want? The first half?
First half run line, Pistol Pete.
San Francisco minus 115.
Okay, I like that. And how about the full game? That ought to be a nice little
full game run line. Full game run line?
Yep.
We can give you best line at Pinnacle plus 121.
I love it. I think Bumgarner goes deep, if not has a complete game today. I think Oakland really gets quieted. And look for some other bats to pick up the pace for the Giants today. I think it's going to happen.
All right. Is that it for you?
That's it for me, and I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah, I gave my picks. My only thing I'm on the fence about is Detroit on the second half. I don't know. Like, their bats are picking it up.
Yeah.
Going into Tampa Bay can be tricky. Their bullpen, they actually brought up a hard thrower who's a little bit better. All right. I guess I'll
you know what? I'm not trying to beat a dead horse. But the way you're really in a roll, you're in a zone right now with these second halves. So if you feel it, just don't even hesitate. Let it go.
All right,
pull that trigger, Pistol.
I'll give it. Detroit second half minus 130. If it loses, hey, haters, congratulations.
Hey,
you got another unit and a third to mock me for.
You know what, Pistol Pete? And your energy and everything you got going right now, I'm a little down, so I'm using you to help me pick me back up.
Sure. Hey, all right. So review your picks, Mike Brenner.
All right, here we go. Cubbies full game money line minus 121, and the Cubs second half. I'm pulling doing a Pistol Pete, that line will be available when we post the video. Cardinals today bouncing back for me. First half run line minus 120 and the full game run line plus 125. They're going to get a win at home. And Giants with Bumgarner on the mound. First half run line minus 115. Full game run line plus 121.
All right, and I'm on Cubs team total over. Cubs -1, Baltimore second half, and Detroit second half. And OCDpicks.com is a site you can visit. Is that still going on?
Absolutely, it's still going on.
Good.
We got Canadian Football League picks that are going to be on there today. So don't forget to
play
check that out.
coming up.
And sports book review. I don't mean to cut you off, but we got to talk about that, Pistol Pete.
All right.
You guys got to know where you're playing. Make sure you're getting paid. So if they're not on our menu, you don't want to be playing with them. And we can't keep doing this show for free. So please click on one of these guys right here and get ready for football, because you're going to want to have an account at a couple different spots, because as Pistol Pete says, line shopping is everything.
Okay, and we'll be back tomorrow for the Friday card. Okay.
Always on the go? Bet365 has one of the top mobile platforms in today's market. Sign up today and don't let your busy life keep you out of the game.